Hello, everyone. I'm Jim Garrison. I want to welcome you to this session of Humanity Rising as we take a pause from all the hustle and bustle of our world, what's going on in Ukraine and Gaza and the Trump White House and China and world events to go back in time, 2,000 years ago, roughly, to the time when Jesus of Nazareth walked the earth in what is now Palestine and was accompanied by a number of people who became his disciples. And according to church tradition, Jesus had 12 disciples, all men. And there were certainly women surrounding him, the various Marys, including Mary, his mother, and Mary Magdalene, and so forth, but they played very insignificant and small roles, although in all the traditions, it was the women, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother, and the other Mary, as she's sometimes referred to, who were at the foot of the cross as Jesus was crucified. And then it was Mary Magdalene who was the first to come to the empty tomb 3 days later. As we have discovered so many new things in our world that have turned everything we thought we knew upside down, so too, beginning really with the Nag Hammadi texts in the 1940s and 50s that were been translated one way or another over the last 3 or 4 decades, we're beginning to understand that the life of Jesus was much more complex and that his closest confidants were not men, but women. And the one who was the closest of all was Mary Magdalene. And it's in this spirit that we each year go and make our pilgrimage to Chartres in France, to the cathedral there, to a site that's been revered as the energetic epicenter of the sacred feminine in Europe, something noted by the Druids many, many centuries ago, over 3,000 years ago, in fact. And each year we go to that sacred place to rejuvenate ourselves in the divine feminine as a portal to a more abundant humanity. It's in that regard that we convene today, and we want to invite Donna D'Ingillo to join us, whose recent book, The Women Who Love Jesus, is going to be the topic of our presentation today. And she's going to be approaching the women who love Jesus from a very specific vantage point of the Urantia material, which we've talked about before with Byron Belitzos, but we're going to be returning to the Urantia material in this session of Humanity Rising, and also from the vantage point of an institute that Donna has established called the Institute for Christ Consciousness, which has been deeply exploring the channeled material of the Urantia book in relationship to the present moment of humanity as we begin to midwife the next phase of our evolutionary journey into the benevolence of the celestial realms. So thank you, everyone, for joining us here on Humanity Rising.